Hey, what's happening? Gotta love filming in the greenhouse, eh? With big ass bright lights that make it super glary. There's no good place to film in here for good lighting. So we're just working with it. So we're getting ready to plant. I've got a couple of things. I'm in the greenhouse. I've got a couple of things to plant. We're getting ready to start the process. So I always pre-clean and sterilize my grow trays and my little plastic pots and everything before I start a whole new grow. There's a possibility that you have molds and funguses and stuff in there from the previous growing season, right? Because that stuff just naturally just kind of happens. But sorry, but with little tiny seedlings, I don't want to take the chances of losing any of them to funguses or molds or anything. So I always just sterilize before I start a process, and then it's peace of mind that I'm working with, you know, for the most part, relatively clean containers. Even though, I mean, we're putting a soil product back into it, which is obviously not sterile and probably has mold and fungus spores and stuff in it anyways. But so we're going to do that. So I'm going to go show you my process. Well, guys, you guys know I always show you the ups and downs of filming my content, and I had my wash sink filled up with all-purpose cleaner and water, and then I got my camera and my grow trays and stuff, and apparently my plug doesn't hold. So I'm going to have to work out another program here, because obviously this is not working. Fucking YouTube. Let's try this one again. All right, so now I have a tote. We're going to take some all-purpose cleaner. Throw a shot of that in there. Another shot for good measure. Just like when you're drinking tequila. So, I've got 3 grow trays. I've got one with the larger holes and 2 with the smaller holes. So I'll just show you with one of them for ease here. So all we're basically doing, I've got a bottle brush from when my kiddos were younger. Just give them all, give everything a once over, right? Just knock the dirt out. So I'm just going to give them all a scrub. Okay, yeah, the lighting's crap down here, I know. So we're going to give them all a scrub, go through them, and when all 3 of those trays are done, I've also got the actual drip trays, so I'm going to give those a clean. So I'm going to work my way through this, and I'll be back in a minute. I'll show you where we're going after that. So I washed them all, put them in the wash sink, just let them drip dry. I poured out all of the water that had the soap in it, and that's just fresh tap water. I'm sure there's a little bit of cleaner left in it, but I did rinse it out. And then what you want to do is just take your trays, give them a quick rinse, get any of that cleaner off. Right, and I'm just gonna, while I do these, the rest of them, as I go through them, I'm just sitting them right on my washing machine. They can just drip into the washing machine. So we've got the whole stack here to do. We're gonna give those all a rinse. So I'll work my way through that. It doesn't take much. I mean, so far I have less than 10 minutes into this whole process, including getting the camera set up and dealing with the horrible light that you guys are dealing with. All right, so we'll get these all rinsed off. And after this, there's one more step. And it's super easy, but I probably should have put work clothes on to do so instead of my nice street clothes. So also, another thing I'll be doing, I won't be doing it today, but another thing I will be doing shortly is some of the things I'm going to plant in the greenhouse. I'm going to start in the little 3 or 4 inch plastic cups, right? Or maybe solo cups, depending on how I feel at the time. And if the solo cups are new, I won't go through this process. But if I'm using the little tiny, you know, 3 or 4 inch plastic planting pots, then I'll repeat this whole process with those little pots as well. So, let those dry for a second. I'm gonna just dump this right back down the drain again. Okay, here's your third and final step. Bleach. This is why I said I should have been doing it in my work clothes instead of in my good clothes. All right, so pour your bleach in. This is going to kill any of the other creepy crawlies, critters, germs, fungus, you know, pathogens, whatever, that might be still on your trays. And so I'm just going to rinse those in there. I forgot I had to rinse all the soapy bubbles out of my wash sink, or I had no clean place to put the drip trays. All right, so take your trays. Get them all up in your bleachy water, like that. And now they're just literally gonna go into the wash sink, upside down and on an angle. And we're just gonna let the water drip down and evaporate. The bleach is chlorine. Chlorine evaporates, right? So you don't have to worry about a residue. And you know, when you're done this, you're starting with a clean slate. So might as well give those little seedling babies the best shot at life, right? So doesn't take all that long to do. And you know that once you start planting, you have peace of mind. And the other thing also is because I'm planting in my greenhouse, I don't have any help from nature to help me with any of this, right? I don't have the sun to sterilize anything. I don't have the sun to kill fungus or mold spores, right? So this is basically a preventative, so we can give everything the best chance at growing healthy food. And once these are dry, today's Wednesday, December, I don't know, 21st or something, I don't know. I'm not even looking at the calendar at this point in time. So by the end of the weekend, we are going to have soil in these little containers, in these grow cells. We're going to have soil in here and seeds. So there we go. That's the last one. And I'm just going to let this container here, this tote, sit on the ground. And when these containers are dry later on this afternoon, I'll just come back here, take them out of the sink, and then throw all this bleach water right down there. Give me a sec, I got to rinse my hands off. Can't really touch my phone right now. And that's about it, guys. Use a work shirt to dry my hands, because if it bleaches it, I don't give a fuck, because it's a work shirt. So, all right. So I'll show you what we got here. Tripod's all hooked up, right? So we got them all sitting in the sink. They're all just going to air dry. Won't take all that long, maybe an hour or two. I'm not in a huge rush. I got other plans today to work on, so I don't really need them dry immediately. And because everything, there's steps to every project you're working on, right? A, B to C to D to E to F. So you got to start with the beginning steps, and that's always, you know, get your containers clean, then start sorting your seeds out, and fill those with soil and start planting and growing food. So that's where we're at. So hope this helps. Some people don't do this. You know, I totally understand. It's a labor of love. You could also do this in your bathtub, but you'd have to use a hell of a lot more water, because you'd have to fill it, drain it, fill it, drain it, fill it, drain it. Use a tote. It's a lot easier. So, all right, guys, get ready. We're growing food. So smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And you guys can follow along with what we're doing in the greenhouse this winter. We're going to go for, you know, 8-foot tall tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers and all kinds of greens and herbs. And I'm going to be starting a bunch of weed within the next couple of weeks too. So I've got a whole new program for growing my weed for this year. I think you guys are going to like it. So, all right. Have an awesome day, guys. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that big thumbs up button. Show me some love. Leave me a comment. Have an awesome day. Grow good food.